Some people relocate for work or to build a new business. Others dream of finding a better quality of life. Well, when people hear that Pittsburgh has been named America's most livable city again by Forbes or The Economist, they sometimes ask, well, what about places like Boston, New York, or San Francisco? Well, our next guest can tell us firsthand about life in those cities and how an intense nationwide search for a better life led their family to our region. Elaine Labalme is freelance travel and food writer and contributing editor with Pop City, a weekly e-magazine and website connecting readers with the people and places that make Pittsburgh such a lively, diverse, and livable city. Her husband, Fen, is actually a Pittsburgh native who left as a teen and returned with his family just a few years ago. He's a partner with civil-action.com. Welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thanks for having us.
I know, we've been here 4 years, so I won't say welcome to Pittsburgh, but what the heck, welcome to Pittsburgh.
Still feels fresh.
There you go. Well, and it does. Well, where were you when this journey began, and why did you start looking for a new place?
You know, let's see, we were in San Francisco. We were at our dining room table probably 5-6 years ago, and our son was about to turn 5, and we knew that we wanted to relocate to a place where he would go to school. We didn't want to get him into the California schools. They weren't ranked very high. We thought we could do better. And so we came up with this cheat sheet of several things that we were looking for that were important to us in a place to live. At the top of the list was affordable real estate, great schools, a place that had technology hub. My husband is in the technology sector, and arts and culture, which was something that was very dear to us in San Francisco as well. We had a very active lifestyle. And I probably, over the course of a year and a half researching this, shuffled through 30-some different cities. I mean, we looked at Seattle, Portland, Asheville, Charlottesville, Austin, you know, coastal cities, more internal in the U.S. And the short list wound up being Minneapolis, Pittsburgh, and Burlington, Vermont.
Wow.
We chose Pittsburgh, and it is the warmest of the three, so maybe subliminally that might have had something to do with it, but it was a great choice on so many levels.
Well, how about it, Fen? I mean, you were a native, so this must have been a slam dunk. She narrows that list and hands it to you over the kitchen table and says, here we go, right?
No, I was not excited at first. I left Pittsburgh because I did not have a good time growing up here. Huh. And when I left Pittsburgh, I left it without ever looking back. It was I didn't have any friends here at the time. And also I remembered it as a black and smelly city 40-some years ago.
Sure, well, it was before the big environmental transformation had taken hold.
Yeah, but boy, you get off the plane and you see, you hit all the trees and the green, and the air is clean. Well, seems pretty clean, and
well, compared to what it was in the 1940s and 50s, it's night and day.
You couldn't see through it.
We still have work to do there, but
just moving to it just seemed like a really nice city, and I've got to say that you know, there are some things I miss in San Francisco, but I'm very happy here. I think it's a great town.
Now, had you had jobs lined up? I mean, how did you handle that aspect of it? You have to make a living, I would assume.
You know, that's a really very good question. My husband's firm is a virtual firm. Civic Actions operates with everyone working virtually out of their own home or a home office. They have, what, 30-some people in 8 time zones. Yeah. So a distributed tech company, and I have worked as a freelance writer, not just in food and travel, but, you know, culture, politics, number of things for close to 20 years. So my work was fairly portable, and it's funny, some of my editors in the food travel sector were actually excited that I was moving to the East Coast, because my writing had been fairly West Coast centric for all the years I lived in San Francisco. So it was an opportunity for me to expand my reach and write about cities that, you know, Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, Midwest, South, and
for me, being internet based, it was a big step up for me, because I had DSL, getting technical, I had DSL slow speed network out there, and now I've got fiber to the home, and so.
What? We actually have better bandwidth and a better network in our region than in San Francisco?
Yes, we do. Yes.
That's really astounding. So I take it it's worked out well.
It's worked out very well. I jumped in fairly quickly here with Pop City, which is a great publication, and I do a lot of writing for them. Found some other regional outlets, also do some work with some nonprofit and for-profit companies on a contract basis. So I certainly have found the work. And even though Pittsburgh is, of course, a city and a sizable city. It has very many aspects of being a small town, so it's easy to get around and meet people and see people, you know, often at different events and whatnot. So in terms of creating a network and expanding your own network for business possibilities, you know, work, social endeavors, I think it's fairly easy to do in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is very easily manageable, accessible, and the friendliness of the people. I mean, it just carries the day, makes it very easy to expand your network here.
Very good. So we redeemed ourselves, right?
Oh yeah, it's wonderful living here. And you mentioned the friendly people. People don't stop to let you come out of an intersection in San Francisco, or certainly not in Boston, where I went to school. The people here are friendly, supportive, and something that's really nice is also they're very family oriented. There's a lot of people who do bounce back here from other places, and I can see why. And I'm sort of looking forward to creating a home here that'll work for our son moving forward.
And speaking of home, what we paid for our home here in the Pittsburgh region compared to what it was going to cost us in San Francisco, oh my.
I can only imagine. Well, welcome again. Great to have you here in our region, Elaine and Fen Labalme. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a minute with little dollars and cents. Stay with us.